What up? Homeless jabroni. Here to do something I haven't done in a fucking long time. Toriko. Yes, Toriko. Discussion in chapter 300. Review. We gonna be here for a minute. Let's talk about chapter 300 first, and then, we just gonna talk about Toriko in general, how it's been going, how, just how I've been liking it so far, because right now, Toriko has been, like, on some high-octane shit. I'll get into that. So, in chapter 300, I believe there's, like, 4 separate bosses, like, depending on each region of the northern part has a boss, the western, the eastern, the southern, like depending on which direction of the continent they each have an individual boss. And then there's Monkey King Bambina. There's like a little small crazy intricate system to this continent, and it's just like I love Toriko, but I'm not willing to understand the system that much. You feel me? Especially since that they're going in like a few chapters. Toriko moves quick. Toriko moves very quickly, so it's going to be gone in like 20 chapters from now. So I don't feel like memorizing a system that's, that there's no need to memorize. But just keep in mind that there's a specific boss for each region of the continent. And Toriko, he doesn't like how the rules. He doesn't like the no wildness. He does. There's no point of the nature. It's called wild nature for a reason. Like it's called the wilderness for a reason. There's no wilder. There's no wild. Everybody's scared to do anything. You gotta get permission from the bosses, and the bosses they take all the good food and the good shit for themselves, and one that they fought in this specific chapter 300. 4 kings, the 4 Bishokia kings, 4 kings fought one of the, bosses of the continent. Now, they displayed some interesting shit, each fucking one of them. Toriko, he's the main character. He always displays some interesting shit. But this time, I'm loving this chapter because we get to see what the other guys have been, up to. We get to see what the fruits of their labor, what the fuck's going on for them. And it's interesting because Toriko was in the gourmet world, so we know how much stronger he got. He was in the gourmet world for about 2 years, 1 year, I can't remember. But he was in the fucking gourmet world, so we know what this nigga could do. We know. He came back, bro. But these dudes, we have no idea where Coco, Sunny, or Zebra were at. Don't get me wrong. Just because you're in the human world doesn't mean there isn't some brawling. There's some brawling shit in the human world. Brawling shit. And it's just interesting to me. It's just interesting. Like how much stronger could they have gotten? But I digress. Back to what we're talking about. Zebra specifically is doing a lot in this particular saga chapter. What should I call this little piece? Cause this area 7 saga thing going on. He's doing a lot more than the others, I noticed, and I think that really has a lot to do with the fact that Monkey King Bambina is a problem child, and so is Zebra. Zebra is also a problem child. So I think that, has to do with it. But, Zebra was going fucking hard in this chapter. He was going too hard. He did a supersonic voice cutter. There was no way in hell that thing could have dodged that shit at that range. I'm sorry, Zebra's too dangerous. Every time Toriko gets stronger, I feel like there's an even chance of each one of the 4 kings. If they had a battle royale, there's a good chance that each one of them could beat each other. I really believe there's an argument to be made. There is a real serious fucking argument to be made that each one of them could beat each other. And it's just serious. It's real fucking serious. Sunny, he displayed his left arm, and his left arm, I mean, I didn't think that his left arm would turn into anything because it's hair. I thought his hair would just act up, or his Satan hair would like come out more. No, his left arm turned into fucking Satan hair. That shit was ridiculous. I was like, bro, that was awesome. Like, but before we even get to that, let's backtrack a little bit. Back to the supersonic voice cutter. He split one of the bosses of the continent in like fucking half. Like, but he tried to put himself back together again because this continent seems to be, you know, I don't know what it is with the monkeys. I really don't, but a lot of them have really good healing gourmet cells. They seem to be really good at healing themselves. I don't know what it is with that. They seem to be really good at that. And so because they're healing themselves, like he's trying to stick himself back together again, fucking Toriko and Coco, they do a combination attack. He does Toriko, he does one of his weaker versions. Yeah, this is an attack we haven't seen in a long time. Just a regular flying fork, which, you know, a whole bunch of flying forks come out of nowhere. So, and Coco does a little weak version of one of them. He does poison drip. So he's dripping the poison, and fucking Toriko does the flying forks, and they pick up the poison, and they're all like flying into this dude's little fucking gourmet cell antibodies, so they can't fucking heal themselves. The next thing you know, this fucking big ass gorilla just comes out of the body that got split. So they're like, what the fuck? Is that the real body of the dude? Was he just hiding in something? Who knows? But he just fucking comes out, and they all just lunge at. He like shoots a fucking ki blast, like on some DBZ Ozaru shit, right? The ki blast out of his fucking mouth. And this is where Sunny comes in now. He absorbs the shit. He eats it with his Satan here. And he like he said, his Satan here can eat just about anything. And if left untamed, if he wasn't controlling shit, it would eat every single thing on the goddamn planet, and it would keep devouring. It would devour the whole planet. Like that's some serious shit, Sunny. Sunny can Sunny can be the strongest of the four kings. Who knows? You know, Blue Oni is all that good shit. You know, Blue Oni is loud, but if he gets devoured, he gets devoured, son. If he gets devoured and absorbed, that's it. On top of that, he does an interesting technique. I have to talk about this shit. He absorbs, he does an attack called Satan Hair Vomit, right? And what that is that anything he eats with the Satan Hair, he can vomit it back up. And you see the face of Tommy Rod for a minute. I'm like, what? And the thing is, he's still dead. Don't get me wrong. He's dead as fuck. He's not coming back. He's dead as fuck. He's not coming back. I thought Tommy Rod was gonna do a little insect thing. Nah, he just vomited the ki blast back at the dude. And in Zebra, he did a jet voice. He brought out his left arm of the gourmet demon, and he did, instead of the sound knuckle, his death knuckles. Yo, he did like mad attacks. I don't even know what the half of them was. He was just doing and saying mad shit. The Fist of the Grim Reaper, Death Knuckle. I'm like, whoa, Zebra, chill. You busting out too much live ass moves. Chill. We don't even get to see Zebra fight that often, and you can't just be busting out 3, 4, 5 attacks at the same time. Let a nigga try to understand some of them first. Shit. You know, I would love to see Zebra in a 1v1. He hasn't been in a 1v1 in a long time. He has not been in a 1v1. You know, he hasn't been in a 1v1 in a long goddamn time. I would love to see him. I would love to see him fight Monkey King Bambino. I want to see how that goes. Toriko had his shot at Heracles. Couldn't even beat him. The fight had to come to a close. He was like, nah. The Blue Oni, like, you know, he couldn't stop him. Blue Oni was talking that shit like he could stop him. I'm not even sure of Blue Oni, because he keeps saying, "Oh, I was playing with that nigga. Next time I'm gonna clap him up." I'm like, well, don't get me wrong. Blue Oni was live when he came out and snuffed Heracles in the jaw, son. I was like, yo, yo. But anyway, I digress. Zebra did his thing, and fucking Coco. This is interesting because I'm in college for substance and alcohol abuse, and I didn't even know this motherfucker could do this with his poison. He made the fucking gorilla addicted. He gave it a form of addiction, and it's dependency, the highest form of addiction. Once you're in dependency, there's like no going back. When you get withdrawal, you can nearly die. Now you're addicted to cocoa poison. You feel me? And if you don't have it, you gotta go to the doctor for that type of shit. You need to seek counseling for that type of shit. He probably just fucked that gorilla up mentally and physically. And Toriko is all laughing with him at the end of it because they didn't kill him. Because, Toriko doesn't like killing things that he's not going to eat. And so they didn't kill him. And Toriko was just laughing it up. Oh, well, why don't you go over there with the other monkeys and eat with them? I'm like, yo, y'all just fucked him up. You guys just fucked him up. Like, bro, he's not going to be better for years. But, as far as the chapter goes, that was pretty much it. The last page was Monkey King Bambina going, he was just chilling. And the narrator was just like, yeah, all that upheaval's going on, but you know what? Monkey King Bambina don't give a fuck. He does not care. I'm like, yo, Monkey King Bambina, son. I give the chapter like, I give it a 9 out of 10. It was honest to God a great chapter. Toriko is always moving. Now we can get into the discussion part. Toriko, I love the pace of Toriko. We are always moving forward, never going back. So always moving forward. We are always making progress. I love it. Toriko is just one of those mangas that just makes so much progress in like 2 chapters. In like 2 chapters, you're like vastly somewhere else from where you were last time. Like, that shit is crazy. But at the same time, there's mad shit I want to know. You feel me? There's mad shit I want to know. There's so much going on with the Blue Oni. And what is up with this theme of blue being better than red? It's blue Mentutoshi's favorite color? Because in the Area 7 continent, there used to be a fucking large ass civilization that the slaves of the Blue Oni built, and one of the races or species, I guess you could say, that ran away from the Blue Oni were Red Oni. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what? So it kind of speaks to what's going on with us. We are human beings, but the color of our skin enslave another human. So it kind of does speak to us. But anyway, like, fucking, what is it? What's up with the blue being better than the red? I can't figure it to save my life. And okay, this is the part that's bugging me. When each when each food king is being eaten, I could see, okay, another part of their body is turning into the gourmet cell demon. Cool, that's fucking live, right? But what's gonna happen with Toriko? Is he gonna get like one side red Oni, one side blue Oni? And honestly, I'm not even believing, like, is blue Oni really that much stronger than red? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, he totally bitched him, don't get me wrong. He totally bitched him when he first met. Opened up that door and the fucking blade fingers came out and he was like, chill, son. But he totally bitched him, but when Toriko busted out the Red Oni's arm. When Toriko busted out the Red Oni's arm for the first time. Woof. Took out one nigga's head. Woof. Took out another nigga's head. Infinite, Mugen Kugi, you know? Like, what? What? Bro, you can't just be busting out Mugen Kugis. And I could only imagine what he'd be doing with Blue Oni. Is so powerful, it came out on his goddamn own. You know, that's the difference between Red Oni and Blue Oni. Red Oni has no problem. He's like, yo, I'll lend you my power. You know, every time Toriko's in trouble, he sees Red Oni. Remember when Autophagy? Even in the whack-ass animated, this scene was actually pretty good. You know, Autophagy, whatever that's called, it's basically like Kaioken. The body eats itself to gain like a little last-minute power boost, and it's really fucking awesome. And you know, Red Oni has no problem being controlled. I see that, but Blue Oni came out on it, full body came out on its own and started fighting Heracles. So that's interesting. It's real fucking interesting. And back to this Area 7 continent. I'm liking this so much. I'm actually liking this better than the whole Yoto Island Area 8 continent stuff. I mean, this continent was the whole idea was it for you know, it to be better than the last, because the way it seems like each continent they're facing stronger enemies. That much is obvious. But you have to wonder, it's like, really? Like, Heracles though. Yeah, Toriko couldn't beat him 1v1, so what are they gonna do 4v1? You feel me? I'm not even sure if 4v1 they could have beat Heracles. Maybe after eating air, maybe 4v1 fighting Heracles would have been something, you know? Because their power's now okay. You have some versatility here. You got Coco with the poison. I'm not sure if Heracles is, you know, has developing that antibodies or whatever. I'm not sure if he could do that. And you got fucking Zebra with his super fast ass supersonic attacks. Holy shit. And you have Coco with the Satan here. So you have some versatility. Plus you got Toriko with just Toriko. He's awesome. I'm not even sure, like, he's good with melee. He's good with long range. He's a dope ass fighter. Honestly, he's a dope fucking fighter. But yeah, I think I'm done here. I'm done discussing what I wanted to discuss. So, like I said, I give the chapter a 9 out of 10. Home Mr. Brony. Subscribe, rate, comment. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. Summertime, I'm gonna post more videos, but school just raping my life right now, man. So do what I'm here. I'll always be here for you guys, though. I'll always post a fucking long ass 18 to 20 minute video and bullshit. So yeah, I'll see y'all niggas another day. Peace.